Sharpen your mind, the tools you need for clear and effective thinking. Introduction. The mind is a powerful tool, yet its potential is often left untapped. We are surrounded by a constant influx of information, distractions, and demands that can cloud our ability to think clearly and act decisively. But what if you could sharpen your mind, cut through the noise, and develop the kind of clarity that leads to better decisions, greater creativity, and an unwavering focus? Imagine having the ability to solve problems with ease, recall information instantly when you need it most, and navigate life's challenges with a calm, resilient mind. This isn't just reserved for a select few. It is a skill that can be cultivated by anyone willing to put in the effort. Sharpening your mind is not about memorizing facts or becoming more knowledgeable. It's about honing the processes that allow you to think more effectively, to sift through the noise and find what truly matters. It's about training your brain to work for you, not against you. It's about understanding how to clear mental clutter, enhance your cognitive flexibility, and build habits that support a sharp, focused mind. In every moment, you have the ability to direct your thoughts, choose your focus, and unleash a level of clarity and effectiveness that drives success in all areas of life. It all begins with recognizing that mental sharpness isn't something you either have or you don't. It's a skill that can be cultivated, a muscle that can be exercised. The tools you'll discover here are not meant to be complex or overwhelming. They are designed to be practical and actionable, rooted in principles that anyone can apply. Whether you're facing a critical decision, trying to manage stress, or simply looking to be more present in your daily interactions, the foundation for sharper thinking lies within your reach. The journey begins with understanding the true potential of your mind, and the possibilities from there are endless. Chapter 1. Understanding the power of a focused mind. There is an invisible force within every individual, capable of propelling us to extraordinary heights when harnessed properly. This force is the mind, and when it is focused, it becomes an unstoppable instrument of clarity, insight, and action. A focused mind acts like a laser beam, piercing through the fog of distractions and uncertainty, allowing us to direct our attention and energy toward what truly matters. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with information. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, there are endless messages demanding our attention. With so many distractions pulling us in different directions, it's easy to lose sight of what's important. The ability to focus has become a rare and invaluable skill, one that determines the quality of our decision-making and problem-solving abilities. The power of a focused mind lies not only in its capacity to concentrate on a specific task, but in its ability to filter out the irrelevant noise around us. When we are truly focused, our minds are free from the chatter of worry and distraction. We are able to give our undivided attention to the task at hand, allowing our cognitive abilities to perform at their best. This kind of mental clarity accelerates the decision-making process, helping us weigh options with precision and act with confidence. Moreover, a focused mind enables problem-solving at a deeper level. When faced with a challenge, a scattered mind will struggle to see the solution clearly, bouncing from one possibility to the next without settling on a viable course of action. But a mind that is focused, grounded, and at ease can unravel complex problems with ease. It can analyze situations from multiple angles, anticipate outcomes, and make informed choices based on a clear understanding of the issue. The more we learn to control our mental focus, the more we unlock our potential to achieve the results we desire. When you focus your energy and attention on a single purpose, you are more likely to succeed in achieving it. It's the difference between wandering aimlessly through the maze of life and walking with purpose toward your goals. The art of focus also means understanding where to direct your mental energy. In the midst of endless distractions, being able to distinguish between what is important and what is not is critical. This discernment allows you to prioritize effectively, cut through the noise, and channel your resources into what will truly move you forward. It's the practice of not letting your mind be hijacked by trivialities, but instead investing your attention into the areas of life that matter most. The power of a focused mind extends beyond just work or productivity. It also shapes our personal lives. Whether it's in relationships, health, or self-growth, the ability to stay mentally present in the moment is transformative. A focused mind can deepen your connections with others, improve your well-being, and create a sense of fulfillment that arises from being fully engaged in your own life. This chapter is about realizing that a focused mind is not just a fleeting state of concentration. It is a state of being, a practice that requires commitment and intention. It's the foundation of all meaningful achievements, from the smallest task to the grandest dreams. To begin the journey of mental clarity and precision, it all starts with understanding the immense power of a focused mind. Chapter 2. The building blocks of mental clarity. Mental clarity doesn't just arrive on its own. It is the result of intentional effort and the cultivation of specific habits. Achieving and maintaining sharpness of thought requires more than simply removing distractions. It demands a proactive approach to nourishing the mind, body, and environment. The foundation of mental clarity is built on several key elements that work together to sharpen focus, enhance decision-making, and deepen self-awareness. The first building block is intentional focus. Focus is not just the ability to concentrate on a task, but the ability to maintain that concentration, blocking out irrelevant stimuli and distractions. The mind is naturally drawn to distractions, from the pull of digital notifications to the allure of multitasking, yet true mental clarity is found in the capacity to engage fully with one thing at a time. Intentional focus is about setting boundaries, creating pockets of time and space where distractions are minimized and attention is dedicated. It is about mastering the art of single tasking, a practice that allows the mind to work at its best. The next crucial element is mental discipline. Mental discipline is the strength to maintain control over one's thoughts and emotions, particularly during moments of stress or overwhelm. The undisciplined mind will easily fall prey to negativity, worry, or unfounded fears, which cloud judgment and hinder clarity. A disciplined mind, however, can observe thoughts without getting lost in them, allowing one to choose responses that are thoughtful, measured, and grounded. It is a muscle that strengthens with practice, through conscious effort to resist distractions, reframe negative thinking, and stay focused on positive outcomes. Closely tied to mental discipline is emotional regulation. Emotions are a natural part of the human experience, but when unchecked, they can interfere with rational thinking and clarity. An emotionally clear mind is one that can identify and understand its feelings without being overtaken by them. This skill requires self-awareness, the ability to pause and reflect on emotional responses, allowing for a measured approach to problem-solving rather than reacting impulsively. By learning to acknowledge and release intense emotions, individuals gain the clarity necessary to make decisions from a place of calm rather than chaos. Another vital element of mental clarity is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, paying attention to one's thoughts, actions, and environment without judgment. It's about observing thoughts as they arise, acknowledging them, and letting them pass without attachment. This practice enhances mental clarity by teaching the mind to stay anchored in the present rather than becoming consumed by past regrets or future anxieties. Through mindfulness, individuals can enhance their focus, reduce stress, and cultivate a clearer, more grounded perspective on their challenges and opportunities. Physical health is a foundational block that cannot be overlooked. The mind and body are intricately connected, and when the body is in poor health, mental clarity suffers. A nutritious diet, regular physical activity, and sufficient rest provide the energy and balance needed to support cognitive function. Exercise, in particular, is known to boost blood flow to the brain, increase levels of neurotransmitters associated with improved mood and focus, and promote neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and grow. Similarly, a well-balanced diet filled with whole foods and essential nutrients, supports brain function and emotional stability, while adequate sleep allows the mind to rest and regenerate, ready to approach the next day with clarity and purpose. One often overlooked but critical element in cultivating mental clarity is environmental factors. The spaces we inhabit, whether physical, digital, or social, directly influence our mental state. A cluttered, chaotic environment can contribute to feelings of overwhelm, while an organized and intentional space promotes calm and focus. In addition to physical space, the people we surround ourselves with also play a pivotal role in shaping our mental clarity. Toxic relationships or negative energy drain mental resources, while supportive, positive connections foster an environment where clarity can thrive. The impact of digital noise, constant notifications, information overload, and screen time cannot be overstated either. Limiting exposure to unnecessary digital distractions, creating designated times for reflection, and setting boundaries in one's social and digital life are all key steps in reducing mental clutter. Lastly, personal growth forms a critical pillar of mental clarity. When we grow, when we constantly seek new knowledge, ideas, and experiences, we stimulate our minds, expanding their capacity for clear thinking. Engaging in intellectual challenges, reading, or simply reflecting on one's goals and values can help keep the mind sharp, curious, and open to new possibilities. Mental clarity is not just about removing distractions or reducing mental clutter. It is also about feeding the mind with nourishing experiences that keep it agile, adaptable, and responsive. These building blocks are not isolated. They are interconnected and work synergistically to create a state of mental clarity that flows seamlessly into every aspect of life. Integrating them into daily routines requires dedication and consistency, but the rewards, greater focus, better decision-making, and a clearer path to personal and professional success are invaluable. It is only when these elements come together that the mind can operate at its highest potential, making it possible to live a life filled with purpose, resilience, and clarity. Chapter 3. Quieting the inner noise. The mind in its natural state is often filled with a cacophony of thoughts, constantly shifting, analyzing, worrying, and rehashing past events. This internal chatter can quickly drown out clarity, making it difficult to focus on what matters. Quieting this inner noise is not about suppressing thoughts altogether, but about learning to control and redirect the mind's energy in a way that enhances mental clarity and cognitive function. When you master the ability to find stillness amidst the mental storm, your mind becomes a powerful tool, capable of greater insight, creativity, and decision-making. One effective strategy to quiet the inner noise is through controlled breathing. Deep rhythmic breathing has a profound effect on the nervous system, helping to calm the mind and release physical tension. By focusing attention on the breath, you create a moment of pause, a gap where the noise of thoughts cannot intrude. This simple practice activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural relaxation response, lowering stress and creating space for clarity. Breathing exercises such as the 4-7-8 technique or box breathing, where each inhale, hold, exhale, and pause are carefully controlled, can create a focused state of mind, bringing you back to the present moment. Another tool in quieting the mind is meditation. Contrary to popular belief, meditation does not require complete silence or an empty mind. Instead, it is about observing the flow of thoughts without attachment, allowing them to come and go without judgment. When practiced regularly, meditation trains the mind to detach from the compulsive need to follow every thought and worry. This separation from the constant stream of inner dialogue creates more mental space, allowing you to approach challenges with greater objectivity and awareness. Mindfulness meditation in particular teaches you to stay anchored in the present, reducing the mental noise created by past regrets or future anxieties. Mindful movement is another powerful strategy to still the mind. Activities like yoga, tai chi, or even a brisk walk can help bring attention back to the body, quieting the mental chatter that often arises when you sit still for too long. These movements not only stretch and strengthen the body, but also help shift the focus from thoughts to sensations, grounding the mind in the present moment. The rhythmic flow of movement can act as a mental reset, clearing the clutter and inviting a sense of calm and clarity to emerge. The concept of digital detox has become increasingly important in today's hyper-connected world. The constant barrage of information from screens, emails, notifications, news updates creates a flood of external noise that amplifies the internal noise. Setting boundaries with digital devices, such as designating tech-free times or zones, allows you to disconnect from the constant flow of external distractions. By consciously choosing moments of disconnection, you reclaim the mental space needed for deep thinking and reflection. A break from screens can be a crucial practice in restoring mental equilibrium and allowing your cognitive function to thrive. Equally important is eliminating external distractions from your environment. This involves creating physical space that is conducive to focus, decluttering your workspace, reducing noise levels, and setting clear boundaries with those around you. Your environment can greatly influence your ability to concentrate and quiet your mind. A well-organized, calm space provides the backdrop for mental stillness, making it easier to focus on the task at hand. Small changes, such as using noise-canceling headphones, adjusting the lighting, or minimizing visual distractions, can have a profound impact on your ability to think clearly. In addition to these external practices, developing a mindful inner dialogue is key to reducing internal noise. The way we speak to ourselves, especially in stressful or demanding moments, can either increase or decrease mental clutter. By cultivating a compassionate, encouraging internal voice, you can gently guide your mind away from the frantic and judgmental thoughts that often dominate. When negative or distracting thoughts arise, instead of fighting them, try acknowledging them without judgment, and then gently refocus on the task at hand. This practice encourages the mind to soften its grip on unnecessary thoughts, leading to a greater sense of calm and clarity. Emotional regulation plays a significant role in quieting mental noise. Strong emotions such as anxiety, anger, or fear can amplify internal distractions and cloud judgment. Developing emotional intelligence, recognizing and processing emotions as they arise, helps prevent them from taking control of your thoughts. When you can observe emotions without being swept away by them, you create mental space to think clearly and respond thoughtfully. Practices like journaling, talking through feelings with a trusted person, or simply acknowledging emotions without judgment can help keep emotional turbulence from contributing to mental chaos. Finally, establishing a routine that includes periods of stillness can also enhance mental clarity. The mind thrives on predictability and structure, and when you incorporate daily practices that nurture quiet and focus, you train your brain to return to a calm state more easily. Whether it's a morning ritual of quiet reflection, an afternoon walk, or a dedicated hour of uninterrupted work, consistency helps anchor the mind, making it more resilient to distractions. With time, these moments of stillness become ingrained in your daily life, creating a foundation upon which mental clarity can flourish. The journey to quieting the inner noise is an ongoing practice, one that requires patience, awareness, and dedication. As you cultivate stillness, you begin to experience the profound impact of a mind free from distractions, heightened focus, improved decision-making, and a deeper connection to your own creativity and intuition. When the noise subsides, you create space for clarity, allowing you to approach challenges with calm, confidence, and purpose. Chapter 4. Developing a framework for problem solving. Every challenge you encounter, whether big or small, holds an opportunity for growth and improvement. However, navigating these challenges requires more than just raw determination or wishful thinking. It requires a structured approach, one that allows you to dissect problems, understand their components, and find actionable solutions. This structured mindset, cultivated through critical thinking techniques, allows you to break down complexity and tackle obstacles in a more effective way. The first step in developing a framework for problem solving is clarifying the problem. This might seem obvious, but often the root cause of an issue is not immediately apparent. Problems are rarely isolated events. They are usually the result of interconnected factors. To truly understand the challenge, it's important to ask probing questions that get to the heart of the matter. What is the core issue here? What are the underlying assumptions? Who is affected by this problem, and in what ways? These questions can help you reframe the issue, uncover hidden complexities, and guide your thinking toward more precise solutions. Once you have a clear understanding of the problem, the next step is to gather relevant information. Information is power, but not all information is created equal. By seeking out data, experiences, and perspectives that are directly related to the issue at hand, you begin to construct a more complete picture of the situation. This step also involves identifying gaps in your knowledge and addressing them. For example, if the problem involves a technical issue, consulting experts or researching the subject can help fill in missing pieces. If it involves interpersonal dynamics, gathering feedback from the people involved can reveal important insights. The more you know, the better equipped you are to make informed decisions. Once you have the necessary information, it's time to break down the problem into smaller, manageable parts. Complex problems can often feel overwhelming, and it's easy to become paralyzed by their size. But by segmenting the issue into smaller, more digestible components, you can tackle each piece individually. This step not only makes the problem more approachable, but it also helps identify which parts are most crucial to solving the larger issue. Breaking down a problem is akin to untangling a knot. With each pull, you bring clarity and order to the mess. After deconstructing the problem, it's time to generate potential solutions. This is where creativity and lateral thinking come into play. Often, the most effective solutions are not immediately obvious. They require thinking outside of traditional boundaries, imagining alternatives that might not be immediately practical, but that hold the potential for innovation. In this phase, it's important to suspend judgment. Don't evaluate solutions too quickly. Allow your mind to wander, to explore different possibilities, and to consider ideas that might seem out of the box. Whether the solutions are big or small, simple or complex, the goal is to explore all avenues before narrowing them down. Once potential solutions have been identified, it's essential to evaluate and prioritize them. Not all solutions are created equal, and not all are feasible or appropriate for the given situation. Each solution must be weighed in terms of its impact, feasibility, and potential outcomes. What are the risks involved with each option? What resources will be required? Which solution offers the greatest benefit with the least amount of disruption? Prioritizing solutions helps ensure that you're not overwhelmed by too many choices and that you can focus your efforts on the most viable options. Now that the solution has been selected, it's time to implement it in a strategic way. Implementation requires clear planning and organization, as well as the flexibility to adapt as needed. Even the best-laid plans may encounter obstacles, and it's important to remain open to feedback and adjustments. This is where the concept of iteration becomes vital. Rather than expecting the solution to work perfectly from the start, approach it with the understanding that refinement may be necessary. Small tweaks and adaptations along the way often lead to a more effective result than a rigid, all-at-once implementation. However, it's not enough just to implement the solution. You must also monitor its effectiveness. The act of solving a problem doesn't end once the solution is put into motion. Consistent tracking and evaluation help you understand if the problem is truly resolved or if further action is required. By measuring progress and assessing results, you gain valuable insight into what works and what doesn't. This feedback loop is essential for long-term success, as it ensures that the solution remains relevant and effective over time. An often overlooked aspect of problem solving is learning from the process itself. Every challenge presents an opportunity to hone your problem-solving skills. Even when things don't go according to plan, there's always a lesson to be learned. Reflecting on the process, asking yourself what worked and what didn't, and applying those insights to future problems strengthens your ability to approach new challenges with greater efficiency. Collaboration is another vital component of an effective problem-solving framework. No one person has all the answers, and many problems benefit from diverse perspectives. By seeking input from others, whether colleagues, mentors, or experts in the field, you enrich your problem-solving process. Collaboration not only offers new ideas, but also helps challenge assumptions and biases, leading to better, more well-rounded solutions. Lastly, resilience is crucial when approaching problems. Not every solution will work right away, and setbacks are a natural part of the process. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but maintaining a resilient mindset allows you to persevere through difficulties. The best problem solvers are those who view failure as an opportunity to learn and adapt, not as a reason to give up. When you develop a framework for problem solving, you are not just learning how to tackle challenges. You are refining the ability to think critically, analyze effectively, and act with precision. With each problem you encounter, you build a stronger foundation for addressing whatever comes next. A structured approach to problem solving not only empowers you to handle challenges with confidence, but also helps you grow as a thinker, a leader, and an innovator. Chapter 5. Harnessing the Power of Memory. Memory is often underestimated in its ability to shape the way we think and navigate the world. It's not just a passive repository of facts and experiences, but a dynamic tool that, when sharpened, can greatly enhance cognitive function. By refining the power of memory, you not only improve your ability to recall information, but also transform the way you approach problem solving, learning, and decision-making. One of the most fundamental ways to enhance memory is through association. Humans are wired to remember things more effectively when they are connected to something familiar. When we create associations between new information and things we already know, we establish a mental network that makes recall smoother and faster. For example, linking new facts to vivid imagery, familiar concepts, or even emotions can significantly boost retention. The richer and more unique the association, the stronger the memory becomes. It's like attaching a new branch to a well-established tree. By connecting new knowledge to something stable, it becomes easier to remember and access later. Chunking is another powerful memory technique. This method involves grouping pieces of information into larger, more manageable units. Consider how you remember phone numbers. Rather than trying to recall a string of 10 digits, you break them down into smaller chunks, making them easier to retain. This principle works with much more than numbers. It's a technique that applies to anything from lists to complex ideas. When you chunk information, you allow your brain to hold on to more details at once, reducing the strain on working memory and improving overall retention. Beyond these tricks lies the importance of active recall. The act of actively pulling information from memory strengthens the neural pathways that store it, making it easier to retrieve in the future. This can be done through practices like self-testing or trying to recall information from memory without looking at notes or references. Active recall is far more effective than simply reviewing notes or rereading material because it forces the brain to engage with the content in a meaningful way. Every time you attempt to retrieve a memory, you reinforce that memory and solidify it in your long-term recall. Memory can also be enhanced by spaced repetition, a technique that involves reviewing information at increasing intervals. This strategy takes advantage of the brain's natural forgetting curve, which suggests that we forget most new information quickly unless we reinforce it. By revisiting material at strategically spaced intervals, you can strengthen the memory and ensure it moves into long-term storage. Spaced repetition works not only for factual information, but also for skills, patterns, and problem-solving techniques. It creates a rhythm of engagement with the content, ensuring that it remains fresh in the mind over time. Another crucial element in enhancing memory is sleep. While it's often dismissed as a passive process, Sleep plays an active role in memory consolidation. During sleep, the brain processes and organizes the information it has acquired throughout the day. It's in the deeper stages of sleep that memories are reinforced and transferred from short-term storage to long-term memory. Skimping on sleep, therefore, is not just a physical disadvantage, it directly impacts cognitive performance, making it harder to retain and recall information. Prioritizing good sleep hygiene and ensuring adequate rest is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to bolster memory. Visualization is another technique that taps into the brain's natural abilities. By turning abstract information into vivid mental images, you create a more tangible representation of the material in your mind. This process leverages the brain's natural affinity for images and spatial relationships. For instance, when trying to remember a list of items, picturing each item as an object placed in different locations in a familiar setting can turn the abstract list into a mental map. Visualization transforms something intangible into something real, making it easier to remember and navigate when needed. The practice of mindfulness can also have a profound effect on memory. When we are mindful, we bring greater attention to our surroundings, experiences, and emotions, enhancing our ability to encode memories. By being fully present in each moment, we take in more details that our brains can later access. It's easy to forget things when our minds are scattered or distracted, but mindfulness trains us to be engaged, which translates to more precise and reliable recall. Meditation and other mindfulness exercises can be particularly effective in clearing mental clutter, making room for sharper thinking and improved memory retention. The role of emotion in memory is often underappreciated, yet it plays a critical role in how and why we remember certain events. Memories tied to strong emotions, whether positive or negative, are typically recalled more vividly and clearly. This is because emotions activate areas of the brain associated with memory formation, particularly the amygdala. If you're trying to remember something important, find a way to link the information to an emotion, whether through storytelling, personal connection, or even imagining how you would feel about a certain outcome. The emotional component can transform a fleeting thought into a lasting memory. In addition to these techniques, regular practice is essential. Memory, like any other cognitive skill, is honed through continuous exercise. The more you practice recalling, organizing, and processing information, the more fluid and automatic these processes become. Challenging your mind with puzzles, learning new skills, and engaging in complex activities are all ways to keep memory sharp and flexible. Each time you stretch the boundaries of your memory, you train it to handle more complex material with ease. Furthermore, building a memory-friendly environment can be incredibly beneficial. Surround yourself with the right tools and cues to support your cognitive processes. Whether it's having a well-organized workspace, utilizing memory aids such as notes or reminders, or maintaining a physical space that encourages focus, a supportive environment can provide the mental scaffolding needed for optimal memory retention. When your environment is structured to help you succeed, it amplifies your cognitive capacity. Memory is not just a passive recorder of information. It is an active player in shaping how we think, solve problems, and make decisions. By leveraging techniques that enhance memory retention, such as association, chunking, active recall, and spaced repetition, you engage the full potential of your mind. When paired with sufficient rest, mindfulness, and emotional connection, memory becomes a tool that strengthens and sharpens thinking across all areas of life. When you tap into the power of memory, you unlock the ability to think more clearly, act more decisively, and navigate challenges with confidence. Chapter 6. The role of curiosity and mental agility. Curiosity is the driving force behind exploration and innovation. It acts as the spark that fuels the mind's capacity to remain agile, adaptable, and constantly learning. In a world that constantly evolves, where new information, technologies, and paradigms emerge daily, the ability to maintain curiosity is essential. It is through curiosity that we stay open to new ideas and fresh perspectives, allowing us to navigate the ever-changing landscape of life with confidence and insight. The curious mind is a mind that refuses to settle for the status quo. Instead, it constantly seeks out new challenges, questions, and opportunities to understand the world in deeper, more meaningful ways. This relentless pursuit of knowledge not only expands our intellectual horizons, but also sharpens our cognitive faculties. Every question we ask, every exploration we embark upon, strengthens our mental muscles, pushing us to think more critically and creatively. Curiosity allows us to expand our cognitive flexibility, providing the agility required to navigate unfamiliar or complex situations with ease. One of the key aspects of curiosity is its capacity to break down mental barriers. Often, we approach problems and situations with preconceived notions or rigid frameworks, limiting the scope of potential solutions. Curiosity, on the other hand, frees us from these limitations. It encourages us to ask, "What if?" and "Why not?" questions that open up new possibilities. When we allow ourselves to wonder and explore without the fear of failure or judgment, we create mental space for innovation and breakthrough thinking. Curiosity fosters mental agility by inviting constant exploration and the willingness to be wrong. Too often, we become attached to our current understanding of the world, viewing any challenge to that understanding as a threat. Curiosity shifts this mindset, turning the unknown into an opportunity for growth rather than a source of anxiety. It encourages us to experiment, try new things, and embrace the possibility of failure as part of the learning process. By cultivating this openness, we become more resilient in the face of uncertainty and change, approaching each new challenge with a sense of possibility instead of fear. When curiosity is allowed to thrive, it becomes the lens through which we see the world. It influences not only the way we approach problems, but also how we engage with people, ideas, and experiences. A curious mind does not simply absorb information passively. It actively seeks to engage, challenge, and reframe that information in new ways. This mental engagement promotes deeper understanding, allowing us to connect disparate ideas and identify patterns that others might miss. In a fast-paced, information-heavy world, those who remain curious are the ones who excel, because they can connect the dots between seemingly unrelated pieces of knowledge. Curiosity also helps us adapt more quickly in changing circumstances. In a rapidly evolving world, mental flexibility is a vital asset. Curiosity pushes us to continuously reevaluate our assumptions and adjust our beliefs as new evidence emerges. It allows us to stay ahead of the curve by fostering a mindset that is open to transformation. Whether facing new technological developments, shifting societal norms, or unexpected disruptions, a curious mind has the capacity to pivot quickly, finding opportunities in times of uncertainty. Furthermore, curiosity enhances our capacity to learn from others. It is the foundation of genuine, meaningful engagement in conversations and collaborations. When we approach interactions with curiosity, we open ourselves to new ideas, insights, and perspectives that can broaden our understanding. This dynamic exchange of ideas stimulates mental growth, encouraging us to view challenges from a variety of angles and consider solutions that we might not have previously entertained. Whether we are working within a team or engaging with different cultures, curiosity enables us to see beyond our own worldview, fostering empathy, creativity, and collaboration. Cultivating curiosity requires intentionality. In our busy, goal-oriented world, it can be easy to fall into patterns of routine thinking, where we focus solely on the tasks at hand without questioning or seeking deeper understanding. To nurture curiosity, it is essential to make space for exploration, whether that means setting aside time for reading, experimenting with new hobbies, or simply allowing the mind to wander. It also means asking questions that challenge the status quo and being willing to let go of certainty in favor of exploration. Curiosity thrives in an environment of openness and patience, where the goal is not to arrive at quick answers, but to enjoy the process of discovery. To fully unlock the power of curiosity, it is crucial to embrace a growth mindset. When we view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than as obstacles to be avoided, we open ourselves up to the endless potential that curiosity brings. A growth mindset shifts the focus from performance to process, from success to effort. This shift allows us to approach every situation with a sense of wonder, knowing that each experience, whether it results in success or failure, contributes to our ongoing development. Curiosity, in its purest form, is the foundation of lifelong learning. It keeps the mind agile, constantly in motion, and adaptable in an ever-changing world. It fuels our ability to tackle complex problems, adapt to new environments, and engage with the world in innovative ways. When we nurture our curiosity, we not only enhance our cognitive abilities, but also empower ourselves to live more fully, embracing the beauty and complexity of life with open eyes and an eager heart. Chapter 7. Building Mental Resilience for Tough Situations. Life, in all its unpredictability, constantly presents challenges that test our strength, focus, and adaptability. It's easy to be overwhelmed by stress, setbacks, or unforeseen obstacles, especially when these situations strike without warning. Yet the ability to navigate through these moments with clarity, determination, and calmness is what separates those who thrive from those who falter. Mental resilience is not merely a trait that some are born with. It is a skill that can be nurtured and strengthened over time. It is the mental armor that protects us against the storm of adversity, allowing us to emerge stronger and wiser. Mental resilience is more than the capacity to endure tough times. It is the ability to adapt, maintain focus, and continue moving forward in the face of uncertainty. In moments of hardship, our minds can either constrict in fear or expand with possibility. The resilient mind does not deny the existence of difficulty or pain, but it chooses to see them as part of a larger process, an experience to be learned from rather than avoided. It is the art of confronting discomfort with grace, understanding that true growth often emerges from the most challenging of circumstances. One key element of mental resilience is the cultivation of perspective. In difficult situations, it's easy to become consumed by the immediate crisis, losing sight of the bigger picture. By training our minds to zoom out and view the situation from a broader vantage point, we can gain the clarity needed to make informed decisions and take constructive action. Resilience is nurtured when we understand that no setback is permanent and that, like all experiences, adversity too shall pass. This broader perspective allows us to detach from the emotional intensity of the moment and focus on practical steps toward resolution. Resilience thrives when we acknowledge our emotions without being overwhelmed by them. It's common to experience feelings of frustration, fear, or helplessness when facing challenges. However, these emotions are temporary responses. They are not permanent states of being. The resilient mind understands that feelings are valid, but they do not define us. It is the ability to process these emotions, rather than suppress them, that allows us to regain composure and act from a place of strength. By giving ourselves permission to feel, while not allowing these feelings to control us, we build the mental fortitude required to overcome adversity. Mental resilience is also rooted in the development of coping strategies, tools that allow us to manage stress and maintain emotional balance during trying times. These strategies may vary from person to person, but they all share the common goal of restoring calm and clarity. Practices such as deep breathing, mindfulness, physical exercise, and journaling can serve as powerful outlets for releasing tension and refocusing the mind. Resilient individuals do not shy away from using these tools when faced with stress. Instead, they turn to them as a way to ground themselves and regain control. These coping mechanisms allow us to reframe challenges, shifting our mindset from helplessness to empowerment. Another important aspect of mental resilience is the ability to embrace discomfort and uncertainty. Life's challenges often trigger a deep sense of unease as we are pushed beyond our comfort zones into unfamiliar territory. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of discomfort that we learn the most about ourselves. The resilient mind understands that growth and transformation occur when we face, rather than avoid, difficult situations. It is in these moments that we are called to summon our inner strength, adapt, and find innovative ways to move forward. Embracing discomfort means accepting the unknown with an open mind, trusting that we possess the inner resources to navigate through it. Furthermore, resilience is strengthened by the practice of self-compassion. In difficult moments, it's easy to fall into self-criticism, blaming ourselves for our perceived shortcomings or failures. However, this approach only compounds the stress and prevents us from seeing our true potential. Instead, resilient individuals practice kindness toward themselves, recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of life's journey. They acknowledge their efforts and treat themselves with the same understanding and patience they would offer to a friend in need. This self-compassion creates a foundation of emotional stability, allowing us to face challenges with renewed strength and optimism. Building resilience also involves nurturing a sense of purpose. When we have a clear sense of why we are pursuing a particular goal or undertaking a specific challenge, it becomes easier to weather the storm. Purpose provides the internal drive to push through moments of difficulty, reminding us that there is meaning in the struggle. It is this sense of meaning that sustains us during tough times, keeping us anchored to a larger vision beyond the immediate discomfort. Resilient individuals are often those who have connected with a deeper sense of purpose, which allows them to remain steady and focused when everything around them seems uncertain. Connection to others also plays a significant role in mental resilience. While resilience is often thought of as an individual trait, the strength to endure hardship is often bolstered by the support of others. The resilient mind knows that seeking help, sharing burdens, and relying on a supportive community is not a sign of weakness, but rather a strategic approach to overcoming adversity. Whether through friends, family, or mentors, having a network of people who offer encouragement, understanding, and perspective can help restore balance during turbulent times. This social support provides both emotional sustenance and practical insights, making it easier to navigate challenges with clarity and confidence. Ultimately, building mental resilience is about developing a mindset that remains steady, focused, and adaptive in the face of adversity. It requires us to strengthen our emotional intelligence, increase our capacity for problem solving, and cultivate a deep sense of trust in our ability to overcome obstacles. Resilience does not mean never feeling fear or doubt. It means feeling those emotions and choosing to move forward regardless. The resilient mind is one that can bend without breaking, bounce back after failure, and remain calm amid chaos. By fostering this resilience, we prepare ourselves not just to survive in tough situations, but to thrive despite them. Chapter 8. The Art of Listening and Observation. In a world filled with constant noise, both external and internal, the ability to truly listen and observe is a rare and invaluable skill. It is not just the act of hearing words or seeing the surface of things, but a deeper engagement with what is being communicated and what is unfolding before us. Effective listening and keen observation create a space for clarity, understanding, and insight that would otherwise remain hidden beneath the clutter of distractions. These skills are essential not just for gathering information, but for making decisions that are informed, thoughtful, and aligned with reality. Listening is often regarded as a passive activity, but in truth, it is a dynamic and intentional process. It requires concentration and mindfulness, the willingness to tune into another person's words without the urge to interrupt, judge, or formulate a response prematurely. The most effective listeners are those who are fully present in the moment, giving their undivided attention to the speaker. This creates a space where the speaker feels heard, validated, and understood, an essential condition for building trust and fostering meaningful communication. But the listener also benefits as they gain access to deeper insights and perspectives that can broaden their thinking and help them navigate complex situations. True listening goes beyond simply catching the words being spoken. It involves paying attention to the tone, rhythm, and body language that accompany the words. Often, it is not what is said that carries the most weight, but what is left unsaid, the subtle cues that reveal emotions, intentions, and underlying truths. To listen effectively, one must train the mind to detect these nuances and interpret them correctly. This level of listening demands the ability to quiet the noise of our own thoughts, to resist the urge to jump to conclusions, and to suspend judgment long enough to fully process what is being shared. It is in this space of quiet receptivity that genuine understanding takes root. Similarly, the act of observation requires a level of awareness and focus that many overlook in their daily lives. We are bombarded with a constant stream of stimuli, and it can be easy to miss the details that hold the key to a deeper understanding of a situation. Observing keenly means not just noticing what is in front of you, but also perceiving the subtleties, the shifts in mood, the unspoken tensions, the patterns that emerge over time. It is about noticing the context, the environment, and the dynamics at play. These observations, when combined with effective listening, allow for a more complete picture of any situation, enabling clearer decision-making and more strategic actions. The art of listening and observation also involves engaging with the world around you without preconceived notions or biases. It means approaching every conversation, every interaction, every moment with curiosity and openness, free from the distortions of judgment or expectation. Often we filter what we hear and see through the lens of our own experiences, fears, and desires. This can cloud our perception and prevent us from fully understanding the truth of a situation. When we let go of these filters, we open ourselves to a more accurate and complete view of the world. It allows us to see things as they truly are, not as we want them to be. Listening and observing are not just passive acts. They are active components of critical thinking and problem solving. When we sharpen our ability to listen and observe, we are better able to gather the information needed to make sound decisions. We can discern what is important from what is trivial, what is true from what is misleading. These skills allow us to assess situations more accurately, to identify opportunities and threats, and to respond to challenges with greater wisdom and precision. Rather than reacting impulsively to the noise around us, we can respond thoughtfully, based on a deeper understanding of the situation at hand. There is also a profound connection between listening, observation, and emotional intelligence. The more attuned we are to the emotions of others, whether expressed verbally or through nonverbal cues, the more effectively we can engage with them. We can sense their needs, their desires, and their motivations, which allows us to build stronger relationships, resolve conflicts more easily, and create environments where collaboration and trust can flourish. The art of listening and observation helps us navigate the complexities of human interaction, making us more empathetic, more insightful, and more capable of influencing others in positive ways. In professional settings, these skills are particularly valuable. Leaders in particular benefit from honing their ability to listen deeply and observe carefully. A leader who is able to truly listen to their team, who can observe the dynamics at play in a group, and who can interpret the unspoken currents of communication, will be far more effective in guiding their team to success. This ability fosters a sense of respect and loyalty among team members, as they feel their voices are heard and their contributions valued. Furthermore, a leader who listens and observes well is better positioned to make decisions that take into account all relevant factors, rather than rushing to conclusions based on incomplete or superficial information. Listening and observation are also crucial in personal growth and self-awareness. By listening attentively to our own thoughts and observing our own behaviors, we can gain valuable insights into our strengths, weaknesses, and tendencies. This self-awareness is the foundation of self-improvement, allowing us to make conscious choices that align with our values and goals. In a world where distractions are ever present, Cultivating the ability to tune into ourselves, both mentally and emotionally, is essential for maintaining a clear and focused mind. As we continue to hone our skills of listening and observation, we develop an inner clarity that informs our decision-making. We become more attuned to the world around us, more responsive to the needs of others, and more capable of acting with intention and purpose. The more we listen and observe with intention, the sharper our minds become, and the more confident we feel in navigating the complexities of life. Ultimately, these skills empower us to make decisions that are grounded in truth, guided by insight, and aligned with our highest potential. Chapter 9. Mastering the Process of Reflection. Reflection is not merely a passive act of looking back, but a proactive method for enhancing cognitive function, refining judgment, and cultivating wisdom. The process of self-reflection opens the door to deep insights, as it enables us to sift through experiences, behaviors, and outcomes with a critical and thoughtful eye. It is through reflection that we begin to notice patterns, identify what worked and what didn't, and ultimately learn to make better decisions in the future. When you reflect, you enter a dialogue with your past self. You examine moments of success and failure with the objective not just to remember them, but to understand them at a deeper level. Reflection requires you to consider the emotions, choices, and results involved, as well as to evaluate your own thinking and actions. This holistic approach to reflection sharpens your ability to navigate life's challenges by strengthening your understanding of the underlying processes at play. Engaging in reflection regularly creates a mental landscape of clarity. When we spend time thinking deeply about our actions, reactions, and choices, we develop a sharper awareness of our cognitive biases. These biases often obscure clear thinking and decision-making, making it harder to recognize our limitations or identify potential growth areas. Self-reflection becomes the process by which we begin to clear away this mental fog, opening up new pathways for growth and improvement. It encourages us to be honest with ourselves and confront uncomfortable truths, which can lead to profound personal transformation. Moreover, reflection creates a mental framework for learning from both successes and setbacks. Instead of seeing failures as purely negative experiences, reflection allows us to derive lessons from them, turning them into tools for future success. It helps us see failure not as an end, but as a step in the continuous cycle of learning. The more we reflect, the more proficient we become at recognizing the valuable lessons embedded in every experience, refining our approach and improving our responses to future challenges. Chapter 10. Maintaining mental energy through proper habits. The foundation of mental sharpness is not only built on how you think, but on the conditions that sustain and nourish the mind. Just as a plant needs water, sunlight, and the right soil to grow, your mind requires the right habits to remain sharp, focused, and energized. These habits are the invisible scaffolding that supports mental clarity and enables you to think and perform at your best. Regular routines that include adequate sleep, exercise, and proper nutrition are essential to maintaining mental vitality. Sleep, often underestimated, is critical for cognitive function. It's not merely about rest, it's the process through which the brain processes information, consolidates memories, and restores its ability to think clearly. Inadequate sleep leads to sluggish thinking, poor decision-making, and emotional instability, which can all impair cognitive performance. Exercise is another key factor in maintaining mental energy. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, boosting the delivery of oxygen and nutrients that support cognitive function. It also encourages the release of endorphins, chemicals that reduce stress and elevate mood. Regular exercise has been shown to enhance memory, focus, and overall brain health. It helps clear mental fog and prepares the brain for optimal function, allowing you to approach tasks with a sharper, more agile mind. Nutrition also plays a pivotal role in sustaining mental clarity. The brain requires a steady supply of nutrients, such as healthy fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals, to function at its highest level. A well-balanced diet rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and other brain-boosting nutrients fuels cognitive processes and protects against mental decline. The foods you consume have a direct impact on your brain's energy levels, mood, and overall mental performance. A diet that nourishes the brain enhances its ability to think critically, problem solve, and remain focused throughout the day. Incorporating these habits into your daily life creates a mental environment that is conducive to sustained clarity and focus. It allows you to not only enhance your cognitive abilities, but also to approach each day with the energy and enthusiasm necessary for optimal performance. Chapter 11. Strengthening your decision-making skills. The ability to make decisions with confidence and clarity is one of the most valuable skills you can cultivate. The quality of your decisions shapes your life, influencing your career, relationships, and personal growth. Strengthening decision-making skills requires more than just understanding the mechanics of choice. It involves sharpening your mental faculties, honing your intuition, and refining your ability to navigate uncertainty. At the heart of effective decision-making is the ability to process information clearly and efficiently. A sharp, focused mind enables you to filter out distractions, examine relevant data, and weigh the potential consequences of various options. The clearer your mind, the more likely you are to arrive at decisions that align with your values and goals. Mental clarity allows you to approach decisions without being overwhelmed by fear, doubt, or external pressures. Furthermore, cultivating the ability to make decisions quickly is a key component of decision-making proficiency. The longer you dwell on a decision, the more likely it is that you will fall into analysis paralysis. While it is important to consider all options carefully, it is equally important to trust your instincts and make decisions with confidence. Decision-making becomes easier when you develop a strong sense of self-trust, as you become more comfortable with the idea that no decision is ever entirely risk-free, but that the path you choose is the one you believe will lead to the best outcome. Logical thinking is another critical element in strengthening decision-making skills. Being able to assess the situation rationally, consider all available options, and predict the potential consequences of each choice leads to better decisions. This level of analysis requires discipline and practice, as it involves pushing past emotional impulses or cognitive biases that might cloud judgment. It is through practice that you can train yourself to stay objective and make well-reasoned decisions under pressure. Additionally, decision-making skills can be refined by learning from past choices. Whether your decisions resulted in success or failure, each one offers valuable lessons. By examining the outcomes and understanding the factors that influenced your choices, you develop a deeper understanding of the decision-making process. This feedback loop enhances your ability to make better choices in the future as you become more attuned to the complexities of each situation. Chapter 12. Learning to think in multiple dimensions. To make the most informed decisions and reach the most effective solutions, it's crucial to expand the scope of your thinking. Traditional, linear thinking often falls short when faced with complex problems that involve multiple variables and perspectives. Learning to think in multiple dimensions means embracing complexity, considering alternative viewpoints, and recognizing the interconnectedness of various factors. Thinking in multiple dimensions requires an openness to diverse perspectives, an ability to look beyond the immediate or obvious, and a willingness to entertain different possibilities. It's about recognizing that problems are rarely one-dimensional. Each decision, every issue, has a ripple effect that can influence various aspects of life. By adopting a broader perspective, you become better equipped to identify potential challenges and opportunities that others may overlook. One key component of multidimensional thinking is the ability to step back from a situation and see it from different angles. This is not simply about looking at the facts, but about understanding the context, the underlying dynamics, and the long-term implications. It's about asking questions that challenge assumptions and considering scenarios that go beyond the current reality. This kind of thinking fosters creativity, as it allows you to generate innovative solutions that address the root causes of problems rather than just their symptoms. Another aspect of multidimensional thinking is the ability to synthesize information from various sources. Rather than compartmentalizing ideas or relying on a single perspective, you learn to integrate knowledge from different disciplines, experiences, and viewpoints. This holistic approach leads to more informed conclusions, as it encourages you to consider the full range of possibilities before making decisions. Finally, thinking in multiple dimensions involves recognizing the fluidity of situations. The world is constantly changing, and decisions must adapt to shifting circumstances. A dimensional thinker is not rigid in their approach, but is flexible and adaptable, able to adjust their strategy as new information arises. This ability to remain open-minded and agile in thought is essential for success in a world that is increasingly complex and unpredictable. Chapter 13. The impact of environment on mental sharpness. The environment in which we operate has a profound effect on the state of our mind, often influencing our ability to think clearly and make decisions. While much of our attention is focused on the internal workings of the mind, our thoughts, habits, and mental exercises, the external factors that surround us are equally pivotal. These factors, both physical and social, can either enhance or diminish the sharpness of our thinking, shaping our cognitive function in ways we may not always realize. A cluttered, chaotic physical environment can overwhelm the senses and drain cognitive resources. Distractions from physical clutter, noise, and disorganization require the brain to expend energy on irrelevant stimuli, leaving less mental bandwidth available for focus, creativity, and problem-solving. Just as a clean and organized space creates clarity for the eyes, it also fosters mental clarity by reducing the cognitive load. In contrast, an environment filled with distractions or sensory overload can lead to mental fatigue, stress, and a decreased ability to focus. The design of our physical surroundings, from the colors of the walls to the arrangement of furniture, can either calm or overwhelm us, influencing the way we think and engage with the world around us. Equally important is the social environment, our interactions with others, the types of conversations we engage in, and the general atmosphere of our relationships. Social dynamics play a crucial role in shaping our mindset and clarity. Surrounded by negativity, constant drama, or overly critical voices, it becomes more difficult to think clearly. The mind, like a sponge, absorbs the emotional tone of the people around us. If those in our immediate circle are pessimistic or engage in constant conflict, this negativity seeps into our thinking and can cloud our judgment. On the other hand, positive social interactions, ones characterized by support, encouragement, and open-minded discussions, create a space where ideas can flourish and our mental acuity thrives. Such environments allow us to stay grounded, resilient, and focused, offering a foundation for clearer, sharper thinking. The people with whom we associate can either challenge us to rise to greater heights or drag us into mental stagnation. Being around individuals who encourage growth, who question assumptions, and who challenge our thinking pushes us to sharpen our minds and reconsider our own perspectives. In these relationships, there is an inherent invitation to evolve, whether through intellectual debates or shared experiences that broaden our understanding of the world. Conversely, relationships that stifle growth or discourage new ideas contribute to mental complacency, limiting our ability to stretch our thinking and embrace change. In addition to the social interactions within our immediate circle, broader cultural and societal environments also play a significant role. The values, norms, and expectations that govern the society we live in shape the way we process information and approach problems. A culture that values innovation, intellectual curiosity, and the free exchange of ideas fosters an environment conducive to mental sharpness. In such an environment, individuals are encouraged to think critically, explore new ideas, and challenge existing paradigms. In contrast, societies that promote conformity, discourage questioning, or suppress intellectual freedom create a mental environment that stifles creativity and clarity. In these situations, individuals may find it more difficult to engage in deep, reflective thinking or approach problems with an open mind. Physical environments also extend beyond the immediate surroundings of a workspace or home. Natural environments, parks, forests, and open spaces have a profound effect on mental clarity and cognitive function. Research has shown that spending time in nature, away from the constant buzz of urban life, can enhance attention, improve memory, and reduce mental fatigue. The peace and calm found in natural surroundings provide a restorative effect, giving the mind space to recharge and reset. Nature's ability to foster clarity is not limited to passive observation. Engaging in outdoor activities, such as walking or hiking, allows the mind to clear itself from distractions, providing a fresh perspective and a sharper focus upon returning to tasks. The interplay between physical and social environments highlights the complexity of our cognitive experience. Our minds are not isolated, nor are they solely shaped by internal processes. They are deeply influenced by the contexts in which we exist. To maintain mental sharpness, it is essential to create environments, both physical and social, that nurture and support clarity. A quiet, organized space, surrounded by individuals who uplift and challenge us, contributes to an atmosphere where ideas can flow freely and mental capacity is optimized. This requires a conscious effort to curate the spaces in which we live, work, and interact, ensuring they align with our goals for clear thinking, resilience, and creativity. Our surroundings, far from being neutral, are active participants in shaping our thoughts and perceptions. Understanding the impact of these environments and taking deliberate steps to curate them offers a powerful means of enhancing cognitive function and mental agility. Chapter 14. Staying sharp in the face of information overload. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded by a stream of information, from social media feeds to news headlines, emails, and advertisements. This deluge of data is not only overwhelming, but also can compromise our ability to think clearly. The sheer volume of information we encounter daily can create mental clutter, hindering our focus and clouding our decision-making. Navigating this barrage requires more than just time management skills. It demands a strategic approach to filtering and processing information without losing clarity or direction. One of the primary challenges we face in the age of information overload is distinguishing between what is truly valuable and what is merely noise. In an environment where everything seems urgent, everything can feel important, yet not all information requires our attention. The first step in staying sharp is cultivating discernment, learning to recognize what truly matters and letting go of distractions that do not contribute to our immediate goals. By honing this skill, we can prioritize the information that aligns with our objectives and avoid being sidetracked by irrelevant details or sensationalized content that often clutters our mental space. This discernment extends to how we consume information. The passive absorption of content is not enough. We must be active participants in the process, questioning the credibility of the sources and considering the context in which the information is presented. With the rise of misinformation, it is crucial to adopt a skeptical mindset. Recognizing that not all information is created equal, it is essential to scrutinize facts, challenge assumptions, and seek out diverse perspectives to develop a comprehensive understanding of any issue. This approach requires mental discipline and a commitment to critical thinking, qualities that sharpen the mind and protect against being misled by the overwhelming flow of data. In addition to discerning the value of information, another powerful strategy for staying sharp in the face of overload is developing systems for organizing and processing data. A structured approach to information management ensures that the brain isn't constantly scrambling to keep up with new stimuli. Creating routines or frameworks for how we engage with information, whether it's setting aside specific times for reading, taking notes to process key ideas, or categorizing data into digestible chunks, enables us to absorb and retain information more effectively. These mental frameworks provide a sense of order in an otherwise chaotic world, allowing us to navigate vast amounts of data without feeling overwhelmed. Another effective strategy is learning to disengage from the constant flow of information, at least periodically. While it's tempting to stay connected at all times, constantly checking our phones or refreshing our social media feeds, this constant stream can be mentally draining and distracting. Taking intentional breaks from information consumption allows the mind to reset and regain focus. In these moments of quiet, the brain has an opportunity to process and consolidate information rather than being bombarded with new data. This pause can be as simple as setting aside time for deep work, going for a walk, or practicing mindfulness exercises to give the mind the space it needs to clear the clutter. Beyond filtering and organizing, we must also recognize the power of focus. In an age where multitasking is often seen as a necessity, the ability to focus on one thing at a time has become a rare and valuable skill. Focusing deeply on one task at a time, without switching back and forth between different streams of information, enhances the quality of our work and strengthens cognitive clarity. This requires discipline to resist the temptation of distractions and to commit to the present moment, allowing the brain to engage fully with the task at hand. Fostering this type of focused attention sharpens the mind and increases productivity, as we are able to absorb and process information more efficiently. At the same time, it is crucial to recognize the importance of rest and mental recovery. Information overload can lead to burnout if not managed properly. In order to maintain mental sharpness, it is essential to build rest periods into the routine. Sleep, relaxation, and activities that promote recovery are necessary for the brain to function at its best. Without rest, the brain becomes fatigued and unable to filter, process, and retain information effectively. In these times of recovery, the brain is able to synthesize and integrate the information it has absorbed, making it more accessible when needed. The key to staying sharp in the face of information overload is not simply about handling the volume of data, but about developing the right mindset and habits to manage it effectively. The ability to filter, prioritize, and organize information, combined with the discipline to focus and the wisdom to disengage when necessary, will keep the mind clear and sharp. The process of processing vast amounts of information becomes less about effort and more about the ability to control the mental environment in which we operate, ensuring that we remain focused and effective in the pursuit of our goals. Chapter 15. Cultivating a mindset for continuous improvement. In a world that constantly evolves, the most resilient minds are those that never settle. Achieving mastery in any domain, whether personal or professional, requires a mindset that continuously seeks growth. The journey of sharpening the mind does not end with the acquisition of new skills or knowledge. It is an ongoing process of refinement, adaptation, and expansion. The pursuit of improvement is not about reaching a final destination, but about creating a way of being that thrives on challenges and celebrates the transformation that comes from them. A powerful mindset is forged not in comfort, but through the willingness to engage with difficulties. Every obstacle presents an opportunity for growth, a chance to stretch your limits and redefine what is possible. The key to continuous improvement lies in how you approach setbacks and failures. Instead of viewing them as hindrances, see them as crucial experiences that inform and shape your evolution. When you embrace these challenges, they lose their power to discourage you. Instead, they become stepping stones on your path to greater clarity, enhanced decision-making, and a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. To cultivate this mindset, it's important to shift from a fixed perspective, where abilities and intelligence are seen as static, to a growth-oriented outlook. People who adopt a growth mindset understand that their potential is not predefined. They believe that with effort, learning, and perseverance, they can improve on any skill, no matter how difficult. This belief fuels a constant desire to improve, fostering resilience when faced with failure and sustaining motivation in the face of difficulty. It is this intrinsic drive that sets apart those who reach the highest levels of achievement, not just in their careers, but in their overall lives. Commitment to personal growth requires an understanding that there is always more to learn, no matter how far you've come. As you push yourself into new territories, you encounter new layers of knowledge and experience. The journey of improvement becomes a pursuit of excellence rather than perfection, as excellence is defined by the ongoing process of self-discovery and refinement. This dedication to growth nurtures an open mind that is always willing to challenge its own beliefs and assumptions, constantly refining its perspective in the light of new insights. In this context, curiosity plays an essential role. It is not just about gathering information, but about developing the skill to ask the right questions and seek understanding in ever deeper ways. Curiosity fosters a learning mindset, which is indispensable for continuous improvement. When you cultivate curiosity, you remain open to new ideas, alternative viewpoints, and uncharted paths that expand your intellectual and emotional horizon. This helps you stay adaptable and agile in an ever-changing world. It prevents stagnation by inspiring you to keep exploring, asking, and reflecting on your personal and professional journey. Self-awareness is another key component of this mindset. To continuously improve, it is crucial to have an honest understanding of your strengths and weaknesses. Regular self-reflection allows you to identify areas where growth is needed, as well as to appreciate the progress you've made. Self-awareness gives you the clarity to acknowledge patterns of behavior and thinking that may be hindering your progress, while also allowing you to celebrate your achievements, however small. This balance between self-criticism and self-compassion creates a healthy cycle of growth that is both constructive and sustainable. Discipline is a silent force behind continuous improvement. It's not enough to simply desire change. You must commit to the small, daily actions that lead to transformation. Developing habits that foster mental sharpness, such as regular reading, journaling, or practicing mindfulness, establishes a foundation for consistent growth. Over time, these small actions compound, leading to significant improvements in how you think, how you handle challenges, and how you interact with the world. Consistency in these habits strengthens the mind, sharpening it to remain agile and resilient no matter what life throws your way. Finally, recognizing that growth often comes from discomfort is essential. The path to improvement is rarely linear, and it is often filled with moments of doubt, struggle, and frustration. However, these moments are essential to strengthening your resolve. They reveal what you are capable of when faced with adversity and expose the areas that need further development. Those who embrace discomfort and push through it find that the rewards are not only external, but deeply internal. The process of growth itself becomes its own reward, building a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment that sustains motivation over the long term. Ultimately, cultivating a mindset for continuous improvement is about embracing the journey of becoming more. It's about understanding that every challenge, every obstacle, every mistake holds the potential to sharpen your mind and elevate your abilities. Through persistent effort, curiosity, discipline, and reflection, you can ensure that your growth is not just a fleeting pursuit, but a lifelong commitment that keeps you sharp, agile, and ready to meet the demands of an ever-changing world. Chapter 16. Embracing mental flexibility for growth. True growth is rooted in the ability to adapt. In a world where change is inevitable and rapid, those who thrive are not necessarily the smartest or the most experienced, but those who remain open to new perspectives and approaches. Mental flexibility is the cornerstone of personal and intellectual development because it allows you to approach challenges with creativity and resilience. By becoming mentally flexible, you unlock the ability to think critically, problem-solve innovatively, and respond to life's unpredictability with confidence. At the heart of mental flexibility is the recognition that no single way of thinking or doing things holds all the answers. Rigid beliefs and fixed viewpoints limit potential and hinder progress. When you allow yourself to entertain new ideas, especially those that challenge your assumptions. You foster an environment where growth is not just possible, but inevitable. Mental flexibility invites you to see the world through a lens of possibilities rather than limitations, embracing the unexpected as an opportunity for discovery rather than a threat to your comfort. This adaptability is particularly crucial when faced with obstacles. Life rarely unfolds according to plan, and setbacks are an unavoidable part of the human experience. However, the way you respond to them defines your trajectory. A fixed mindset often leads to frustration and stagnation, whereas a flexible mindset encourages you to view setbacks as puzzles to be solved. It helps you shift course when necessary, offering alternative solutions rather than lingering in self-doubt. Flexibility allows you to find multiple pathways to success, making it easier to adjust when things don't go as expected. Innovation thrives in environments where mental flexibility is cultivated. The greatest breakthroughs in science, technology, and art come from individuals who refuse to be confined by traditional thinking. When you can entertain new ideas without prejudice, you open yourself up to novel ways of problem solving. Mental flexibility encourages you to connect disparate ideas, integrate different perspectives, and experiment with new approaches, whether it's in your work, creative projects, or personal life. The willingness to challenge old paradigms often leads to revolutionary concepts that propel not only individual success, but also societal progress. In addition to promoting innovation, mental flexibility fosters clearer thinking. By learning to adjust your perspective, you create room for clearer analysis and more effective decision-making. Flexibility helps you step back from situations and view them objectively, rather than being bogged down by emotions or preconceived notions. This broader outlook enables you to weigh the pros and cons of different options and make decisions that are more aligned with your long-term goals. It sharpens your ability to see the bigger picture and understand the interconnectedness of various factors, empowering you to make informed choices that lead to better outcomes. The ability to be mentally flexible also enhances relationships. People who possess flexibility in their thinking are more empathetic, open-minded, and receptive to others' views. They understand that no one holds a monopoly on truth, and that different experiences shape different perspectives. In both personal and professional settings, this ability to listen and adapt builds trust, fosters collaboration, and helps resolve conflicts in a constructive way. Flexibility in communication allows for deeper connections, as it enables you to understand others' needs and respond in a way that is compassionate and effective. Becoming mentally flexible requires practice. It involves intentionally challenging your own beliefs and assumptions, considering different viewpoints, and learning from those who may think differently than you. It is about cultivating curiosity, asking questions, and remaining open to the possibility that you don't know everything. Rather than seeing change as a source of stress, mentally flexible individuals view it as an invitation to learn and grow. They understand that growth is a process of continual refinement, and each new idea or experience is a building block in the larger picture of who they are becoming. In this process, mindfulness plays a key role. Being aware of your thoughts and emotions without judgment allows you to identify when you are becoming rigid in your thinking. Through mindfulness, you can pause and examine your reactions, giving yourself the space to choose a more adaptive response. It enables you to recognize when you are holding on to outdated beliefs or when you are resisting change, offering you the opportunity to choose flexibility instead. The benefits of mental flexibility are far-reaching. It not only contributes to personal growth, but also equips you with the tools needed to navigate the complexity of modern life. Whether you're facing a challenging project at work, a difficult personal decision, or simply trying to make sense of a world that seems to change at an ever-accelerating pace, the ability to remain flexible gives you the agility to respond with clarity, creativity, and resilience. Ultimately, embracing mental flexibility allows you to become the architect of your own evolution. Instead of seeing challenges and changes as threats to your stability, you begin to see them as invitations to expand your understanding, enhance your skills, and cultivate your potential. It is through this adaptability that we not only survive, but thrive in an ever-changing world. Chapter 17. Bringing it all together. The path to clarity and effective thinking. Achieving mental clarity and sharpness is not a singular goal, but a continuous, evolving process. To truly unlock the full potential of your mind, it requires a holistic approach, a blend of practices, mindsets, and tools that work together to enhance your thinking in every area of life. No single strategy or technique can do it all. The key lies in harmonizing them into a cohesive system that supports both short-term effectiveness and long-term growth. The foundation of a sharp mind rests upon the clarity with which you approach every aspect of your thinking. Every decision, problem, and challenge begins with a conscious effort to filter through the noise and focus on what truly matters. It's about understanding where your attention is being directed and actively making the choice to focus on what moves you forward. This focus is not a mere act of concentration, but a deliberate engagement with your thoughts, emotions, and environment, directing them with purpose and intention toward your goals. At the heart of this clarity is mental organization. Just as a cluttered workspace can lead to inefficiency, a disorganized mind impedes the flow of ideas and thoughts. Developing a structured approach to thinking is crucial. It means creating systems in your mind that allow you to efficiently process information, retain knowledge, and make decisions. It's about learning to quickly separate what's important from what's not, and honing the ability to distill complex situations into manageable pieces. With this organizational skill, you're able to move through your day with a clear direction, confident in your ability to make well-informed decisions without hesitation. But structure alone is not enough. Your mind needs room to breathe, to explore, and to adapt. Without flexibility, all the structure in the world can become stifling. It is through maintaining mental flexibility that you allow your thinking to expand and evolve with each new piece of information or life experience. This adaptability provides the foundation for creative thinking and innovation, enabling you to consider multiple angles, entertain new perspectives, and shift your approach when circumstances change. By balancing structure with fluidity, your mind remains sharp and responsive to the ever-changing demands of life. Central to your ability to think clearly and effectively is the relationship you have with your thoughts and emotions. Cultivating self-awareness allows you to separate the noise of unhelpful distractions from the voice of reason and intuition. It means recognizing when your emotions are clouding your judgment and learning to quiet them enough to hear the clarity beneath. Developing this mindfulness is essential to honing mental sharpness because it helps you avoid falling into mental traps such as overthinking or paralysis by analysis. With self-awareness, you gain the ability to navigate through complex decisions with a calm and focused mind. Alongside mindfulness, practicing curiosity and reflection deepens your thinking. Instead of simply reacting to the world around you, an inquisitive mindset encourages you to constantly ask questions, challenge your assumptions, and learn from every experience. Reflection provides the opportunity to assess your thinking and decision-making processes, enabling you to refine them over time. This continual feedback loop ensures that you are not just going through the motions, but actively engaging with your own cognitive growth, making adjustments to improve your clarity and efficiency. Mental clarity is also nurtured by your ability to step back and gain perspective. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle of daily life and become overwhelmed by the sheer volume of tasks and information. But the key to sustained mental sharpness lies in your capacity to detach when needed and see the bigger picture. This detachment allows you to prioritize, focus on what's essential, and ensure that your efforts are aligned with your long-term vision. It's about maintaining your mental energy by not wasting it on distractions, but instead channeling it toward purposeful action that drives you toward your goals. Just as important is maintaining the mental energy needed to sustain clarity. A sharp mind doesn't exist in a vacuum. It requires nourishment and care. Proper nutrition, rest, exercise, and relaxation all play pivotal roles in preserving your cognitive abilities. Taking care of your body is not just a physical necessity. It is a direct investment in your mind's performance. The more you prioritize these habits, the more energy your mind has to process information, generate ideas, and solve problems. In addition to physical well-being, your environment has a significant influence on your mental clarity. Whether it's the people you surround yourself with, the spaces you inhabit, or the activities you engage in, everything in your environment impacts the way you think. Creating a supportive, inspiring, and focused environment is essential for maintaining a sharp mind. This means curating spaces that allow for focus, minimizing distractions, and engaging with people who challenge you intellectually while offering emotional support. Your environment should be a place that fosters creativity, mental calmness, and the freedom to think clearly. Ultimately, the path to sustained mental sharpness is about building habits that weave together all these strategies and tools. It's about creating a lifestyle that not only nurtures mental clarity in the moment, but also promotes long-term cognitive growth. By integrating mindfulness, reflection, curiosity, and a balanced approach to both structure and flexibility, you create a robust system that supports clear and effective thinking in all aspects of your life. This process is not about perfection or finding the one-size-fits-all solution. Rather, it's about cultivating a mindset of continuous improvement. As you embrace the journey of sharpening your mind, you'll find that it becomes a dynamic, evolving process, one that grows with you, adapts to your circumstances, and opens the door to new possibilities, insights, and achievements. The ability to think clearly, decisively, and effectively is a lifelong pursuit, but with the right tools, mindset, and strategies, you can unlock your full mental potential and experience the power of clarity in every decision, every challenge, and every moment of your life. Conclusion. As we reach the end of this journey toward sharpening the mind, it becomes clear that the process of cultivating clarity, focus, and effective thinking is not a destination, but an ongoing pursuit. The tools and strategies explored throughout this book are not just quick fixes, but foundational practices that, when applied consistently, create lasting transformation in how we approach life's challenges and opportunities. Each chapter has provided insights into how the mind functions, how it can be honed, and how it can be sharpened to perform at its highest potential. The key to maintaining mental sharpness lies not in an occasional burst of effort, but in the gradual and consistent application of the principles shared here. By learning to structure your thinking, quiet distractions, harness memory, and cultivate mental resilience, you build a mental foundation that is strong enough to face any challenge, whether it's a moment of stress or a complex decision that requires clear judgment. The journey requires patience, persistence, and dedication, qualities that, when nurtured, transform the mind into a tool of exceptional power. The process of maintaining mental clarity goes hand in hand with self-awareness and continuous growth. It's about remaining adaptable and open to change while also recognizing the importance of routines, habits, and environments that foster clarity and focus. The mind is like a muscle. The more you engage it in ways that promote healthy thinking, the stronger and more capable it becomes. In every step, from mastering the art of reflection to building a mental framework for solving complex problems, the importance of balance is paramount. Structure supports flexibility, rest fuels focus, and curiosity sparks innovation. By embracing all these elements in harmony, you create a resilient mind capable of not only navigating, but thriving in an ever-evolving world. As you move forward, remember that mental clarity is a dynamic, evolving process. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and obstacles to overcome, but it's through these experiences that the sharpest minds are forged. The pursuit of clarity and effective thinking is not just about eliminating distractions or sharpening skills. It's about continuously evolving into the best version of yourself, one decision, one challenge, and one day at a time. This journey does not end here. Each new day presents an opportunity to refine your mind, sharpen your thinking, and embrace the challenges that come your way. As you apply the strategies outlined in this book, trust in the process. Remain committed to growth, and above all, allow your mind to flourish with the clarity and focus it was always meant to have.